Eyes. Eyes. Hello everyone, I'm Instructor Ford. Welcome to the next episode of American Kick Punch Karate Fundamentals. Today we're going to look at the third part of Jupiter Kata. So, on our last set, we would have ended up in right hand chop. Now, from this point, we're going to be moving straight back. So we're going to step up with the left side block, right front kick to the face, left side kick to solar plexus, and we're going to end on a right chop. So hip block, high front kick. I like to collapse down. It makes the kick a lot cleaner. We're going to collapse down. We're going to coil down. Side kick to the stomach. Chop. So, what that looks like from the side. So again, we're stepping forward, left hip block, right front kick to the face or the throat. High. Just go high. About sternum up. If you're still not limber yet, try to kick to the sternum, but ultimately you're kicking to the face. Then you're throwing a side kick to the gut. Again, if your kicks aren't that developed, throw that thing for the hip and just keep working your way up. Eventually you want to get these kicks high. And there are stretches you can do to get kicks higher. We might do a segment where I show you some of the stretches I do for my kicks, which aren't the showiest things in the world, but they work. But after that side kick to the gut, we're executing a left shuto, and I do that from a riding stance because it feels really good right there. So from the side, what this would look like is we're here, and again I'm coiling down. So again, I'm coiling down, and when I sink my weight, I execute the chop. And you might be thinking, well, Mr. Ford, several videos ago you were against dropping weight into technique. I'm against it on every single technique where you become predictable. On this, you're sinking the weight after the kick has already landed. You have no worry about being predictable in that moment. So again, we're here. And if you want, you can uncoil your hip block. We're going to throw that high front kick. And then I'm coiling down. Okay, we're back to transitional work with Nunchaku. So before your next belt rank, I want to get a lot of your transitional work down packed. And with transitional work, you learn some strikes. So the first one we had was coming here, crossing over, catching, and then here to here. The second one you had was here. So we're going to get into the third one, and you can do it from this position too, but save it for a later date. You can come here and catch
or you can come in and catch. So you can get that transition from special grip to a proper grip and so forth. So we're going to go over one of the actual Federation Handbook techniques, and we're going to come from over the shoulder. I'm grabbing for power, so I'm at the very end of the chuck. So what that's going to look like is here, I'm going to come down and up. And again, I'm slowing it down when it gets about here. I'm slowing it down so that even if I hit myself, it doesn't hurt. And I'm reaping when I catch. So you can try to baseball catch everything, or you could just catch it on a slow reap and grip. I like catching it on a slow reap and grip. That's what I like. So you're here, slide down, and then you're going to transition to here. Slide down. And so we're also going to add a downward swing. And you might be thinking, well, Mr. Ford, what's that downward swing for? And on any flail weapon, an additional loop is just to build speed on the hip. So when you see in medieval Europe the spinning of a morning star or a mace, and they take that additional swing, or in the Middle East, when like the Hebrew shepherds, when they would carry a sling to sling rocks, they would take additional slings to build speed. So all flail weapons kind of function in a lot of the same manner. This has got extra string attached, and when I start teaching disarms with this, you'll understand why the extended string on my nunchaku. So, and also trapping techniques, we'll get into that as well. But today's lesson is your next piece. So we have a speed swing, and you can probably hear that on camera. And we've got overhand, an overhand catch. So we're here, and we're gonna go ahead and catch that under the arm, catch it up by the pommel. What's actually getting caught here is here, and then just work on this little piece and add it to everything you've got so far. So from the front, notice I'm not here, I'm here. You might be thinking, well, Mr. Ford, why are you here? That's because it's another technique. I can come, boom, hit, and catch. So, as you hear it smack my elbow, but I'm not going to get a bruise because I'm slowing the chaku down before it gets to point of impact on the user's body. And now on the target's body, or on the target itself, by the time I hit, I'm at maximum speed for the technique. So I'm at the pinnacle of speed. Now once I cross that line, just like on the crescent kick, once I cross that line, I start slowing it, wherever that line may be on the technique. But, so if that line is here, I start slowing right about here. So even if I don't catch it, I don't hurt myself. If that line is here, I start slowing. When I get a few inches past that line, I start slowing the chuck. That way, if I hit myself, I don't hurt myself. Injury prevention is very big. That's why you need to find a stretching regimen that works for you. That's aside from the point. Today we're talking about transition. So we've got 3 techniques, no 4. We've got 4 techniques here. So we've got speed swing. We've got something for building swing, or for building speed for the swing. So we're here, and even if I just don't want to transition, say the threat's coming, and instead of hitting low, I fake and hit down. So your third technique, hitting down, speed swing, coming up, coming under. Let your fourth technique be catching your pommel under your armpit. So very important. That's 4 techniques. I've given you quite a bit. So play with these. Get used to switching hands. You should be able to take any piece of this puzzle any piece of this technique, this nunchaku, and do your transitions. And just kind of flow through the transitions, even squeezing in that special grip. And that special grip is also the key to your trapping techniques with this weapon. So I'll let you reap your hand a few times before you start figuring out how that works. And it's just going to take, this is a weapon you've got to play with. Again, I don't advocate foam chaku. I know a bunch of martial arts instructors that do. So let the technique speak for itself. Do the technique properly. If you need foam chaku, order some foam nunchaku, or cover your set in pipe foam or pool noodle. Pool noodle works too. But there's nothing like feeling the power on a wooden set of chucks as they break the air. There's nothing like feeling the actual weapon in your hand, and it is definitely a learning curve. So today's lesson, we've got under the hand catch, over the hand catch. You can even do a just come up and catch it here. The worst that's going to happen is it's going to swing up here, your face is safe. And then downward strike. So, and film yourself so you can hear what the other person will be hearing on the nunchaku breaking the air. I'm Instructor Ford. This is a nice little impromptu